Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out a very strange game called Cautious V by developer Beefstrong. It's a very difficult one to describe as far as a genre categorization goes. I mean, we start out driving this car and later on it ends up a little bit like a point-and-click adventure and then eventually translates into some sort of FPS. It's a very, very strange game, but it's exactly up my alley actually. So we'll kind of do a little bit of exploring here, hopefully not play too far into it because I don't want to spoil it. And I haven't actually played super far in myself, but I did get far enough to try and get an idea of what this game was even about, because I didn't know if I was necessarily going to want to cover it, honestly, because it's so strange and, like, I didn't even know if it would really be a thing that would be enjoyable to watch. But as it turns out, it's more than just smashing into scorpions and giant dudes with war armor on. For whatever reason that happens. So we play as a character who seems to be named Cautious, who reports to a goblin overlord who just radioed us a moment ago to tell us to stop running over scorpions. That's a bit of a problem. And we're headed over towards some pyramids off into the distance. As you can see, we're also running over lots of dudes. Happen to be in the way, and as it turns out, we've got a giant slug in the road, which is going to be a bit of a problem for us. So we're going to actually park our car right here, so the road's actually blocked off. And we're going to go from driving mode to first-person wandering mode. So there's only a few keys to really know here. We've got arrow keys to move. We've got spacebar to do something or shoot. It says question mark, or shoot. Right shift for sprint or horn. In this case, sprint, because we're not in a car. And press enter if we get stuck, which is a thing that might apparently happen. So we can walk up to these police officers. Says the road is closed. A giant desert slug fell asleep here. What a mess. I don't know if that's better or worse than a Snorlax. Let's go take a look at the situation. We've got a dude with an armored car here. It's a Sewer County crisis response. Wow. This is Sewer County, apparently. Do you have anything to say to me? No, doesn't look like it. I like that they seem to, they show up and they say things in, like, AIM sounds when they give us a message. Local slug expert says, usually this works. This slug must be very tired. So he's just kind of, like, knocking on the side of him. Fair enough. At least he gave it a try. So let's scope out the front of the slug here, see if there's anything going on. No, it just looks very asleep. Can you see the top of its eye stalks? I'd like to see if it's got closed eyes. I don't know, they're just kind of like antennae, kind of terminating there. So we've got a cautious cam in the front, which allows us to see our character. Obviously, it reminds me a little bit of Kenny from South Park. The developer maybe wanted to avoid making people's faces for the most part, which is understandable. Also, kind of a little bit enigmatic in a way, too, because you're not really sure what might be lying underneath that cloak, or hood in this case. Do you want to say anything? No, not really. Alright, so we've got a gas station over here with a really cool reflective thing going on. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually match the fact that there's no lines on the parking lot that it's reflecting. Whatever. So we've got ice chest, we've got a neon sign that happens to be blinking. There's a lot of attention to detail, actually, here. Stuff you can see off into the distance of the desert. We've got a bathroom over there. We've got various accoutrements from the gas station. Propane tank on the side, various trucks parked. All that good stuff. And we can actually go in. Pardon me, just swinging the view around like a crazy person here. I don't mean to do that. And there's someone at the desk. Clerk is quite bored. Apparently says, we're all out of Capsule D. Is it Friday yet? So we're apparently interested in some Capsule D. By the way, that shading was happening because I was holding shift or enter. No, shift that whole time. What is that? Bake Neku? Is that what that says? Is that just like stupid cat? Is it the stupid cat lemonade drink? Hot treats for you, written in mustard on that hot dog. We've got the traditional coffee cups that you find in every gas station known to man, and a spill of some kind underneath those, drink fountains. Happens to be very reflective as well. It's interesting the effects that are chosen here. It's a funny combination of like low res and like old style, like out of a cereal box game, sprite art with like 3D pre-rendered animations. Going in cycles, and it's very interesting to see how all those things collide together. It's reminding me a little bit of Duke Nukem 3D a little bit, too. Back to basics, Capsule D. Got a Buster 2, I think that says, or Butter 2? Yeah, it's probably Butter. 2 arcade cabinet. I'd like to play some Butter 2, unfortunately it's out of order. Uh-oh. kind of collided with some fixtures there. And all of this stuff is so pixelated I can't actually read it. But look how many different little pieces of art were necessary here just to create all these bags of fake candy or whatever these are. As well as all these soda cans and varieties of beer. Scorpion Light. What are these? It looks like just like hard liquor just sitting in this. Leisure text. Pictures of fruits and vegetables on the walls. Alright, well it looks like we've pretty much sucked all the marrow out of this area. So let's go on to... Oh, I'm stuck in the door. There we go. Let's walk around a little bit, see if we can find out where to go. Oh, we got a couple of cool people hanging out in the back of this gas station. I'm losing it, man. Find me some hydration, and I'll give you a capsule D. This is the good shit. Did you see the giant desert slug? Were those cops? Apparently this guy's freaking out. It's a strange way to hold your hand above your head like that. Oh man, you can see right into his armpits. So I guess I probably should have prefaced this one that it's got a little bit of mature content. It actually gets pretty strange. Well, as if it wasn't strange already, but it gets stranger and maybe a little bit more graphic in a way. But, you know, I haven't seen, like, any nudity or anything if anybody cares about that. It's mostly just vulgarity, which, you know, whatever. So let's grab this and we'll check it out. Some Diet Moist. Apparently people don't buy this very often anymore, says the clerk, so... We've paid, and let's bring this dude some hydration, some moisture in this rough desert. Alright, we get a Samaritan X1. Take this, you earned it, little guy. Are you real? Alright, so we're going to take a Capsule D. And, oh my goodness, everything's flashing. Oh yeah, that could be a bit of a seizure warning, couldn't it? Alright, so I guess if you have any issues with photosensitivity or epilepsy, well, I'll put it in the description. So, everything in me is telling me that I probably want to somehow remove this slug from the road so I can get back in my car and continue driving. However, I don't think that's the way this is going to go. It seems like nobody is really responding to me being on this Capsule D. Also, why does the gas station sell that? That's pretty strange, isn't it? Alright, so they don't seem too concerned. It'd probably be interesting to drive around like this, but probably a pretty bad idea as well. These guys do they have anything else to say, or? No, it doesn't look like it. No, can't go in there. Must be some NPC that I need to talk to now that I'm flashing and strobing. Oh, maybe this one here. Ah, you don't look too hot. Maybe you should go to the restroom. Oh, because this person's on their phone. Alright, so now we've got an arrow. So the game hasn't been fantastic at telling me where to go, but, you know, I guess that's part of the fun and discovery. So I guess there's the toilet. And, oh, we're not feeling so good. Completely missed the toilet. We're going to go into a very strange pre-rendered cutscene. And apparently we're going to flush down the toilet. Murders several, caution... 87.5 rank fledgling. Alright, so I've committed several murders in the process of trying to do whatever I was trying to do. I'm not actually sure what my goal was to start out with. Alright, so we're going to flush ourselves down the toilet. Our hands have now become soiled with all the sewery business. And as you can see, our cautious cam is showing we're in a bit of a different place, mentally and physically. There's a bit of poo there floating in the sewage. Cautious, what the hell are you doing in the toilet zone? Get back to work. Okay, so Big Boss wants me to get back to work. Unfortunately for him, I have no idea how to even get out of the toilet zone. And we've discovered a rogue football team under here. Coach? Coach? Hut, hut, cry. God, are you there? It's me, number 0. Surprised they didn't go for a number 2 on that joke, but... oh well. Can I take this? Looks like he's holding it out for me or something. I guess he's just playing football. Look at this pre-rendered sewage loop animation. That's pretty wild. Alright, so let's run over here. What is this on the ground? Oh, it's a hat? Looks like it's a hat floating in the sewage. Dead end. Some kind of creepy eyes off in the distance. I'm not sure what that's about. And, oh, Looks like a dead football player floating in sewage as well as a rat on top. My attempt to find a way out failed. Tell my players I love them. Like a bunch of... I can't read what that says. Go Spartans. Sans? SARS? I don't know. Thanks, Coach. I will. I'll go tell them that right now, because they're right over here. You probably could have told them yourself, but I guess it's a little difficult to walk when you're just a little rat in this pile of sewage. Coach is dead. Thanks, nerd. Take this magic football Coach gave to me. Ah, okay. I get it. Uh-oh. Did you hear that sound? Oh, God. The sewer's been taken over by evil rats. I guess the only option at this point is to football everything to death. They shatter apart in a very dramatic way that is, horrifying. To be perfectly honest, I don't know what that even looks like. Oh man, I could break right through the wall. Look at that crazy chain. Alright, so now this game has gone so far off the rails, I don't even know what to call it anymore. They're not even trying to attack me perfectly honest, they're just kind of standing there. But, you know, that's how games are sometimes. That chain is so shiny. I wonder if it's just a photograph of a plastic chain. Oh, no! I don't want to even look at that. Is that going to follow me into this tunnel? Or is it too big? I bet it's going to follow me, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's following. Oh, no. It is. Knock all the rats out. It's like Legion. Alright. I've destroyed the pile of rats. And I think this is actually a pretty good time to wrap up the video. This has been Cautious V by Beefstrong. This is a wild experience, and I actually am kind of really enjoying it, even though it's just so irreverent and bizarre. I'm going to recommend that you go check this out if you'd like yourself. You can play it right in your browser for nothing. It's a free game, although, is this on? Yeah, it's on itch.io, so if you're interested, I would recommend trying to support the developer if there's a way to. I don't think there's like a pay what you want on this particular one, but I do always recommend that whenever there is. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments. A bizarre game, but very fitting for the series, I would say. So, you know, if you have a feeling one way or the other about it, feel free to let me know. I'm surprised these guys don't want to catch the football since I'm throwing. This is like your last opportunity to play football with someone before you commit yourself to a lifetime of purgatory in this sewer. All right, looks like I might be stuck in this wall, so pressing enter, it's not actually doing anything. Man, I really enjoy this bizarre fusion of graphical aesthetics between this pre-rendered 3D thing and then, like, the bits of sprites and then the actual 3D. It's coming across really interestingly anyway. So, yeah, that'll do it for another day, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like on it. I'll be back for another one tomorrow. Tomorrow, in fact, is episode number 1000, so it looks like we're going to make it there after all. So, thanks for everybody for all your support. And I'm really happy that you stuck through for so many episodes, those that have. And for those of you that might be just joining us on this series, I look forward to bringing you a lot more in the future. So thanks everybody for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic night. Talk to y'all later.